Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Intuitive Energy Forecast for March 17th, 2022. I'm Arlene Grace, an intuitive energy coach, master numerologist, and channel. As I feel into this energy today, it feels like flow. And that's your invitation today to notice, am I in flow? Am I willing to play with possibility? Am I willing to play with the 99.99999% of pure potential? Scientifically, we can only see, sense, know, 0.0000001% of what we experience. Can you imagine that? Everything else is pure potential. Everything else is possibility. And so today, we're being supported with the 6 of diamonds and the 8. And the 8 energy, I mean, you put it on its side and it becomes the infinity. And you can see that it's all about flow. It's all about momentum. It's all about movement. And so there's this beautiful opportunity to see, well, one, how am I in my receiving? And how am I in my giving? And with the 6 of diamonds, we're now looking at our experiences, our material world, our body, our relationships, our businesses, our money, our wealth, the tangible things. And so when you look at these things, when you look at your life and your life experience, are you living life transactionally? Meaning you live under this lens of transactional living. Give and take, buy and sell, checks and balances. I give something to you, I have something in return, right? Transactional. And when you look at it through the lens of transactional living, is there actually control there? And when I say control, I mean, I'm entitled. I feel entitled that if I put out a service to somebody, I'm expecting something in return. Yes, it's typically how it is when you go to the grocery store. You go and you buy some fruit and you give money in return. Same thing with attachment. If I give something to my partner, if I give a compliment to my partner, I expect a compliment in return. Because today we get to take a look at our own life. We're being supported and invited to take a look at our life and to let go of the transactional living, to let go and to allow ourselves to receive more, to let go of our attachments, the belief that something must come a certain way, that it's this for that, when in fact, it's actually this for 10. That when we put something out into the world, we're actually receiving tenfold. And if we're receiving tenfold, then we're playing with possibilities. We're playing with the 99.99999%. Then the possibilities from that tenfold wouldn't just be from your partner, wouldn't just be from the one client. That if you were putting out impact in the world, for instance, or a service out in the world, that you would be receiving through possibilities of 10 times 10. That if you were receiving money, for instance, that money wouldn't just come from your business. It wouldn't just come from your ex-husband. It wouldn't just come from your job. That the possibilities of receiving wealth can be from infinite possibilities. That if I could play with the possibility that I can receive with money raining on me, with someone just giving me $50,000, with the possibility that I have an aunt that I didn't even know that passed away and left me an inheritance, that I could walk down the street and I could find $100, that I could go to the store and someone just handed me some money, that I could go out and take a walk at the park and I found a lottery ticket and it won, that I could go into my purse and find $100, that I could go to my mailbox and I received a check, that I could go and just allow for possibilities. The crazier, the better. Because the crazier it becomes, the less expectation you have. The less expectation that you have to receive it. And yet remaining curious and playful with the possibilities. Same thing with the partners that you have, or your lover, or your husband, or your wife. That if you were actually asking to feel more desire, or more intimacy, or more connection, that the possibility is that you could receive the connection in all of your relationships, not just this one, that you could receive the intimacy from everyone around you, that you could receive intimacy in a smile, that you see someone, when you see someone at the grocery store, that you could receive an intimate conversation with someone on the bus. That everything is not just give and take, that it's more, right? And so with this Six of Diamonds, you are really being asked to take a look at your life experience. Are you willing to pull back and let go of the control? Are you willing to let go of the restriction? Are you willing to allow yourself to receive? Yeah. Many of us have this challenge in receiving, and I can speak for those who are mothers, those who are women, those who are, always in that giving. And they just don't know how to receive, right? Many of the women that go out there and they say, oh, I am woman, hear me roar. And so I don't need you to open the door for me. I got that, even though my hands are full of groceries. Oh, I don't need a man because I can do all the things myself. But do you want to? Do you want to receive the support? Are you willing to allow the possibilities of receiving support in a multitude of ways? Are you open to that? Are you willing to receive and defer it out? That if you were to put out, there's a possibility that I could receive a gift, and you received a gift from your grandma and it happened to be an ugly Christmas sweater, are you willing to receive that gift and defer it out later? Because that's the energy today. It's so important to move into the momentum with that, the flow of that, to notice if you are living with checks and balances, to bring in the playfulness in life. Are you receiving from life? Very much like the inhale and the exhale of the breath. We don't have to pay attention to it, and yet take a breath right now and notice. Are you receiving a full breath? Are you receiving the fullness of life? Or are you just inhaling enough so that you can catch up to the next? Notice the breath. Notice you're receiving. Be open to simply receiving today. If you are a giver, play with receiving. Allow yourself to receive. Go out there and play with the possibilities. What am I receiving today? I'm receiving the heat from the sun. It's 17 degrees here in Toronto. Okay. I'm receiving Wi-Fi. Yesterday, it wasn't working so great. I am receiving laughter from the kids that are playing upstairs. I am receiving quietness because they're actually still sleeping. I am receiving warmth today. I'm receiving light. Are you willing to play with possibility today? The infinite potential, because that's your invitation. And to notice where you are in control in your life experience, where you are controlling by this expectation of how it will come. Because when you're in expectation, your filter becomes this. And you close the space for the other 9 things that are possible, that are flowing in your direction, right? Are you attached to it only being money? Or are you open to receiving a credit card with a $15,000 credit limit? Are you willing to receive? I can go all day. And so today, play with the possibilities. Beautiful day to write that down and to allow yourself to be open in whatever that way that wants to show up. It's a beautiful energy to play. Beautiful. Questions, comments, I am happy to receive and will respond. Sending you all so much love, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye for now.